Right, I think we all agree it's time that Dana White stops this Conor McGregor shit once and for all. Dana's recently said in a couple of interviews that Conor McGregor is going to be returning this year in the fall. Here's one of the clips.
Hopefully Conor McGregor returns in the fall of this year.
He just won't drop it, will he? The sport's moved on. Fans have moved on. Conor hasn't fought since 2021. All he's been doing is just going around getting off his pickle, talking shit left, right and centre, and been wrapped up in multiple sexual assault cases. The bloke is more of a mess than Joanna Jędrzejczyk's face after that Wei Lee fight. At this point, he's an absolute embarrassment to the sport. And simply continuing to chase him at this point is not even a good look for the UFC. Fans are sick and tired of this shit. We just don't believe any of it anymore. And even if he does come back, at this point, I don't think anyone even cares. But for a minute, let's just entertain the idea of him coming back. Well, he's clearly declined physically. He's puffed up more than Paddy Pimblett at the Christmas buffet. All of that alcohol and sniff has royally messed him up. Sure, he's been on steroids, which will help a little bit, but at this stage of his career, the fact that he's coming off one of the worst injuries that you can get in MMA, and on top of that, a ridiculously long coke break for multiple years, there's just no way at this point he can be taken seriously as a contender. Even with the greatest dose of Dana White privilege, there's no way that Dana could get him anywhere near a title shot with at least a win against a top 5 fighter. My guess is the days of him seeing 155 are long gone. So that's another problem. And let's face it, he's going to be even less competitive at 170 against any real contender in that weight division. What's he going to do? Beat Kamaru Usman? Or Shavkat Rakhmonov? Fucking hell. So he ain't getting anywhere near either of those belts. So where does that leave the little deviant leprechaun? Well, he's basically just assigned to fun matchups at this point. In the same interview I showed you earlier, Dana was asked again about this surprise epic matchup that came out of nowhere that no one will see coming.
What I was talking about in December, I would imagine it's probably going to happen, and it's going to happen in the fall. A fight that I'm working on.
Oh. And we'll never see it coming.
Nope.
Those of you that don't need to use your fingers to count will have noticed that he said this fight would happen in the fall. The same time, he said we'd be seeing Conor back. The fact that the old slave-driving boiled egg said that we'd never see it coming suggests that it's not someone on the current roster. So after being blue-balled for longer than John Jones' rap sheet, poor Michael Chandler can continue to just go and fuck himself. The obvious guess at this point, I think we'll all agree, is going to be Conor versus Nate Diaz 3. This shameless cash grab ticks all of the boxes. Diaz is just sitting around twiddling his thumbs. Conor needs a win. When you think about it, it's the biggest, most profitable fight that they could make for Conor right now in the UFC. And with Dana, when you follow the money, you usually find the answer. If Conor manages to escape prison, and this fight does happen, it will probably be the last time we see Conor in the octagon. The days of genuinely getting excited for a Conor McGregor fight are long gone. Dana will get one last big payday out of him, because let's face it, as much as it's a load of bollocks, we're all going to watch it. And then fingers crossed Dana can just let go and move on from Conor. Dana needs to let go of the nostalgia and face a reality that the fan base and the sport has completely moved on. The sooner that he does, the sooner that we can start seriously trying to build up some new stars. Because other than Pereira, who basically fell on his lap and just sells himself, Dana's been doing a pretty shit job of putting the media machine of the UFC behind some exciting new up-and-coming stars. After all, you won't find the new Conor McGregor if your head is still up the old Conor McGregor's arse. At this point, I think it's safe to say that the fans are officially done with McMuscles, and the UFC are better off without him. If we could just get rid of him and get Dana to take the promotional side of the UFC off of autopilot, we can get on and start a new great chapter of the UFC. On a separate note, I was looking on Reddit yesterday. I made the fatal mistake of searching for myself, Shameless MMA, and there was actually a post. It was a guy called Doctor to Daredevil Ratio, and he was doing a post basically just saying that he likes the channel and he's loving every upload. So if you're watching, I just want to say thanks for that, mate, for spreading the word. Even though in the comments everyone just thought he was promoting his own channel. Look, you can't win them all, but it was very much appreciated, mate, so cheers. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a sub, check out this playlist of recent bangers. I'll see you next time.